Hey everyone! So I'm sat here with a cup of tea, having another flick through Camus' book, which I said I'd do a couple more follow-up videos on, which I'm presently working on. And as a wee Sunday white pill, I thought I'd share with you this beautiful little quote I've just come across on one of the pages. I thought this was a truly excellent way of describing the immigration crisis in Europe. And I thought you'd like it simply because it's just a really artistic expression. He's actually a very beautiful writer. I thought I'd share it now just in a separate video because I can't think I'll be able to make use of it in any other video I make on The Great Replacement. But it's too good a quote to neglect in general, so here you go. Immigration, which was bought a long time ago as a decorative lizard, has become in the meantime an enormous crocodile, occupying half the drawing room. But the general convention is to pretend not to notice and to mind one's business, exactly as if the beast were not there. Once in a while, when he is in the mood, and that is more and more often the case, he tears off and devours a leg or an arm. But people go on handling teacups and discussing train timetables, or the advisability of changing the wallpaper over him, as if he was some kind of deconstructed sofa, blood all over the chairs, and the carpet notwithstanding. So that's it. Very short and sweet, but I really liked that. I thought it was very artistic and also incredibly accurate. So here it is, written out for you. If you want to take a screenshot, feel free. Incidentally, I should mention, he's really worthwhile following on Twitter. Sadly, I'm banned from Twitter, but I used to follow him, and he's got a good sense of humour, and he shares all sorts of interesting articles and facts on all the things I think that nationalists who are worried about immigration would be interested in, so show him your support by following him. I probably also ought to have mentioned in my former video that Camus does absolutely not espouse violence. There is absolutely nothing in his book which is even remotely close to doing so. I'm not going to labour that point because it's just obvious enough to anybody that actually follows him. He's an extremely gentle figure and very thoughtful, very conscientious. But I know some people are probably a little worried about that, maybe that puts them off, but he's very much an intellectual and a philosopher. And his work is interested in the psyche behind this sort of replacement mentality. So I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear in my last video. I probably should have done. I mostly mention it just because I would hate to think that that association would put people off reading and listening to Camus and taking an interest in him. I also want to leave you with this very quick white pill from France. The story is quite old actually, it's from 2011, but I've only just discovered it. So this French mansion, Maison Mantin, was shut up for a whole century and has recently reopened as a museum of 19th century artefacts and life. So I was skimming through some of the photos and it looks like a very beautiful place. If you've been there, let me know because I'd love to hear what it's like, I'd love to visit. And one of the artefacts were these 2 taxidermied frogs having a jousting tournament. I think that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I absolutely love how mental the Victorians were. So I hope that puts a smile on your face, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening.